Did you know that 1 in 4 adults over 65 experiences a fall each year?
Yeah, it's a really sobering statistic.
And these aren't just, minor tumbles. They're actually the leading cause of injury-related deaths for people over 60. It really makes you pause.
It absolutely does. But what's fascinating, really, is that there's this smaller group of older adults
Yeah.
who seem, well, almost immune to this risk. They move with such stability.
It's like they have a secret.
Kind of, yeah. And that's exactly what we're getting into in this deep dive.
Right. We're going to unpack 7 subtle but incredibly powerful walking techniques. These are methods recommended by geriatric specialists.
Methods that can dramatically improve stability and, crucially, prevent falls. But they're not things most people hear about.
Exactly. And to really show the impact, let's talk about Thomas.
Ah, yes, Thomas. He's a
Yeah.
great example. 72-year-old retired engineer.
And he had, what, 3 serious falls in just 6 months?
That's right. The last one was bad fractured hip, landed him in the hospital. Yeah, it was a real wake-up call.
Yeah.
His daughter was even starting to look into assisted living options for him. It was getting serious.
That's tough. A situation a lot of families face, unfortunately. But then things changed.
They did. His physical therapist introduced him to these very techniques we're discussing today.
The result?
Pretty incredible, actually. Within a year, Thomas went from falling frequently to 0 incidents.
0. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And not just, puttering around the house. He's now hiking moderate trails with his grandkids, confidently.
So it wasn't magic, it was methodical.
Exactly. It was about learning and consistently applying these principles until they became second nature.
So our mission today, for you listening, is to unpack these methods.
Show you how these simple-sounding adjustments can genuinely lead to profound changes in stability, in confidence.
Helping you maintain your independence longer. Ready to dive into these walking secrets?
Let's do it.
Okay, secret number 1. And this might surprise you. It's not about your feet at all. It's about your eyes. Think about it. Where do you usually look when you walk? Most of us look down, right? A few feet ahead.
Seems logical. Spot obstacle.
Right. But is that actually the best thing for balance? Why might looking down be a problem?
Yeah, it's a bit of a paradox. When you constantly look down, it subtly shifts your center of gravity forward.
Okay.
And it tends to make you tighten your neck and upper back, kind of rounding your shoulders. But maybe most importantly, your brain's balance system. It gets incomplete information about your surroundings. It needs the bigger picture.
So that's where this 3-point gaze technique comes in.
Exactly. It offers a much better way.
How does it work? I imagine looking up feels weird if you're used to ground scaring.
It can feel unnatural at first, definitely, but it's really effective. So first, you establish your near point.
Near point.
Yeah, just a relaxed gaze about 10 to 15 feet ahead. That gives you plenty of time to see stuff without messing up your posture.
Okay, 10 to 15 feet. Got it.
Then, about every 10 or 15 seconds, you consciously lift your gaze to your far point.
The horizon, or like where you're headed.
Exactly, the horizon, a building, your destination. That simple act helps straighten your spine, resets your posture.
And the third point.
That's your peripheral awareness, consciously engaging your side vision. You practice noticing movement or obstacles out of the corner of your eye without having to turn your head constantly.
Okay. Near, far, and peripheral. Thomas found this hard at first, didn't he?
He did. He was convinced he'd trip if he wasn't staring at the pavement,
I can understand that feeling.
but he stuck with it. Focused on a distant tree, lifted his gaze regularly, and he told his therapist after just 2 weeks he felt different. Standing taller, breathing easier,
More confident.
significantly more confident, yeah.
And there's science behind this.
Oh, absolutely. Research shows looking down increases postural sway, that little wobble, and shortens your step length. Both are linked to higher fall risk.
But the 3-point gaze.
Improves stability, boosts confidence, and actually improves reaction time to unexpected things by almost 20%.
20%, that's huge.
It really is. A powerful first step. But like you said, just one piece of the puzzle.
So eyes are key. What about our feet? Our actual connection to the ground. We might not even realize we're landing wrong.
That's so true. It's a really fundamental, often overlooked error. If you watch a kid walk, it's usually fluid, right? Heel first, then roll to the toe.
Yeah, seems natural.
But as we get older, many of us develop these, well, less efficient patterns. Landing flat-footed is common.
Which loses the shock absorption.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you lose that smooth weight transfer, or worse, some people land toe first.
Toe first. That sounds unstable.
Extremely. Creates a really narrow base of support. like walking a tightrope, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Very risky.
So the fix is the heel-to-toe roll technique.
Correct, getting back to that natural, efficient pattern.
So heel makes contact first, then your weight rolls along the outside edge of the foot, and then you push off with your toes.
Precisely. That creates a nice, stable, triangular base, and it lets your ankle do its job absorbing shock.
I can see how Thomas found this tricky. He realized he'd been flat-footed for years.
He did. He said the first week felt awkward, like learning to walk all over again.
But it got better.
Oh, yeah. By week 3, his balance felt dramatically better, and the movements started feeling natural, not forced.
And experts back this up.
Definitely. Rehab specialists stress how this engages the anchor's full range of motion and distributes forces properly. It prevents those jerky, unstable movements that often happen right before a fall.
What about people with foot pain or arthritis?
Good question. For them, starting with shorter steps is key, and really focusing on getting proper supportive shoes. That can make a big difference.
Okay, so a practical tip for listeners. Find a straight line, maybe a floorboard or a line in the pavement,
Yeah.
and just walk slowly along it, really concentrating on that heel-first contact, rolling through.
Focus on the smooth weight transfer, not speed. It's about building that muscle memory back up.
Makes sense. Okay, moving up the body. Secret number 3, the core.
Ah, the forgotten stabilizers.
Right. Most people think core strength means, six-pack abs or doing tons of crunches.
But these muscles are absolutely critical for keeping your whole body stable when you're moving.
So what's the problem? What goes wrong?
Well, as we age, it's common to just let the midsection go slack when walking. We don't think about it.
Okay.
And when that happens, other parts of your lower back, your hips, your knees have to work overtime to compensate.
Creating instability.
Exactly. A chain reaction of instability that really ups the fall risk. Thomas admitted he never once thought about his stomach muscles while walking.
But when he learned to engage them...
He said it was immediate. And I quote, like someone had suddenly tightened all the bolts on a wobbly piece of furniture.
That's a great image. So how do you do it? Is it complicated?
Surprisingly simple. No crunches needed. Therapists often call it the zip-up technique.
Zip up.
Yeah. As you walk, just imagine gently drawing your belly button towards your spine.
Right.
Like you're zipping up a snug pair of pants.
Okay. So not sucking everything in super tight.
No, definitely not. It's subtle.
Yeah.
An internal lift and tightening. Maybe 20 to 30% of your maximum effort. Nobody else would even notice.
Subtle but effective. Thomas used reminders, right?
He did. He found it hard to remember at first, so he put little colored dot stickers in key spots around his house near the door, by his chair. Just visual cues.
Smart. And research supports this, too.
Oh, absolutely. Studies clearly link core stability to fall prevention. People with engaged cores show much better recovery if they stumble or hit an uneven patch.
So the common mistake is?
Engaging too hard. Trying to brace like you're lifting weights. Remember, it's a gentle, sustainable support. You absolutely need to be able to breathe normally and chat while doing it.
Right. And it probably helps with back pain, too, I'd imagine.
Often does. Properly supporting the spine during movement. Big bonus. A real game changer for overall stability.
Okay, secret number 4. This involves something many of us probably don't use correctly when we walk our arms.
Ah, yes. The natural counterbalances.
Right. Think about little kids walking their arms swing freely, rhythmically.
But then you look at many older adults, and their arms are often stiff, held close to the body.
Or barely moving at all, sometimes even clutched together. And that's a major problem for balance.
Why is that? Why is arm swing so important?
Because your arms work in opposition to your legs to keep you stable. When your right foot goes forward, your left arm should naturally swing forward.
Okay, that counter movement.
Exactly. It stabilizes your whole body, stops you from twisting too much through the torso, and crucially, it helps you recover if you stumble.
And there are other benefits too.
Yeah, proper arm swing helps maintain your walking momentum, makes walking less tiring, and even improves proprioception.
Proprioception, that's your body's sense of where it is in space.
You got it. Your unconscious awareness. Arm swing feeds into that system.
So what is the proper technique? How should our arms be moving?
Therapists call it the 45-degree swing. Your elbow should be bent at roughly 45 degrees.
Okay.
And the swing should be natural, front to back, like pendulums, not side to side across your body.
Ah, front to back. Good point. The movement should be relaxed, starting from the shoulder, with your hands passing about hip pocket level at the back of the swing.
Thomas realized his arms were practically frozen at his sides.
He did. And when he started practicing this proper swing, his whole walking pattern changed. His daughter even commented on it.
What did she say?
She said he suddenly looked years younger and more confident, just from the arm swing.
Wow. Does research back this up too?
Big time. Studies show proper arm swing cuts the energy cost of walking by about 8%.
Less tiring.
Right. And it improves your recovery response after a stumble by up to 15%. Get this, some research suggests just restoring natural arm swing could cut fall risk by as much as 30% in older adults.
30%, just from swinging your arms correctly.
It's significant. A common mistake, as I mentioned, is swinging side to side or across the body. Think parallel planes.
So how did Thomas relearn this?
He used a simple 3-day reset. Day 1, consciously exaggerate the swing for 5 minutes just to wake up the pattern. Day 2, normal swing, but really focus on the timing, right foot, left arm forward, and vice versa.
Synchronization.
Exactly.
Right.
And day 3, focus on keeping the shoulders relaxed while maintaining that natural, rhythmic front-to-back swing.
Simple but effective. All right, secret number 5 takes us back down to the foundation, our feet, and specifically what we put on them.
Often overlooked, but absolutely fundamental.
What happens to our feet as we age, and how can our shoes actually work against us?
Well, 2 key things happen. First, those sensitive nerve endings in our feet, the ones telling our brain about the ground, they tend to diminish. It's called age-related peripheral neuropathy.
So less information going to the brain.
Precisely. And second, the small intrinsic muscles inside the foot often weaken, partly from decades of being cooped up in stiff shoes.
A double whammy. Less info, weaker response.
Exactly. It's a dangerous mix.
Yeah.
Your brain gets less reliable feedback, and your feet have less strength to react.
Yeah.
And then people often choose footwear that makes it worse.
How so?
Thick, heavily cushioned soles. They might feel comfy, but podiatrists sometimes call them proprioceptive insulation, or even balance blockers.
Balance blockers, because they block the feeling from the ground.
You got it. They reduce your foot's ability to sense and respond to the surface you're on. Thomas realized his old comfy slip-ons were exactly that balance blockers.
So what should we look for in a good walking shoe for stability?
3 key features. First, a low, wide heel. You don't want much difference, maybe an inch at most, between the heel height and the forefoot height.
Okay, low drop.
Right. Second, a thin, flexible sole, especially in the forefoot area. You want your toes to be able to bend naturally, feel the ground.
Flexibility.
And third, secure fastening. Laces or strong Velcro, definitely not slip-ons. They offer very little support and your foot can slide around inside.
Thomas noticed a difference right away when he switched shoes.
He said it was dramatic, especially on uneven ground like grass or gravel. Felt much more stable immediately.
But shoes are only part of it, right? Strengthening the feet themselves is vital.
Absolutely critical. Footwear enables, but strength provides the active stability.
What kind of exercises can people do? Are they complicated?
Not at all. Really simple stuff. Thomas started doing 3 things. First, toe spreading. Just spread your toes as wide as you can, hold for 5 seconds, relax, repeat 10 times.
Okay, toe yoga.
Kind of. Second, cow gripping. Put a small towel on the floor and use just your toes to bunch it up, pull it towards you.
Right, I've seen that one.
And third, marble pickup. Use your toes to pick up marbles or similar small objects and put them in a bowl. Great for dexterity and strength.
And these simple exercises actually work.
They do. Research found just 6 weeks of exercises like these improved balance scores by 30% in older adults.
30% again. That's impressive.
And people reported feeling much more confident on tricky surfaces. A podiatrist put it nicely. Your feet have something like 200,000 nerve endings.
Wow.
They're designed to keep you safe. The right shoes let them do their job, and the exercises enhance your foot's natural stability systems. Ground up.
It's total sense. Okay, secret number 6. This one addresses a really common mistake. Walking with your feet too close together.
The tightrope walk.
Yeah. You see it sometimes, people whose feet almost cross over an imaginary center line as they walk. How does that mess with balance?
It massively destabilizes you. Think about it. You're changing your base of support from a nice, stable rectangle under you into a shaky, unstable line.
Right. Much easier to tip side to side.
Exactly. So the fix is the widened base technique, which sounds fancy, but it's pretty straightforward.
Just walk with your feet wider apart.
Not just wider, but specifically hip width apart. Not an exaggerated cowboy stance, but precisely hip width.
Okay, so finding that sweet spot.
Right. That creates what balance specialists call a stability rectangle beneath you. It provides a much more solid foundation and significantly reduces that side-to-side sway.
Thomas found this one particularly helpful, didn't he?
He said it was a total revelation. He hadn't realized for years that his feet were practically crossing over each other.
And his therapist pointed it out.
Yeah, showed him how that narrow pattern was causing him to wobble. So Thomas got creative.
What did he do?
He put 2 parallel strips of painter's tape down his hallway floor, exactly hip width apart.
Oh, clever. Like train tracks.
Exactly like train tracks. And he'd practice walking down the hall several times a day, making sure each foot stayed on its own track.
Did it work?
Within 2 weeks, he said the proper width started feeling automatic. And he felt way more stable, especially turning or on uneven ground.
Is there research on this base width thing?
Yep. Johns Hopkins did studies showing that the optimal base width cuts lateral sway by up to 40%.
40%.
And it reduces how much you need to use your arms to compensate for balance. Experts also note that walking too narrow often comes right before a sideways fall, which can be particularly nasty.
So that visualization, walking on parallel train tracks, never letting your feet cross over, that's a good mental cue.
Excellent cue. Keep each foot on its own track.
Okay. 7th and final secret. And this one might be the most crucial because it's about what happens between the steps.
The transitions.
It's surprising, but most falls don't happen when you're just walking straight ahead on a flat surface, do they?
No, very rarely. It's a critical point. The vast majority of falls, some studies say as high as 87% in older adults, happen during transition moments.
What counts as a transition moment?
Anytime you're changing your state of movement. So, standing up from a chair, sitting down, turning around, stopping suddenly, starting to walk, stepping through a doorway, moving from carpet to tile.
Lots of moments throughout the day.
Tons of them. And the common problem, people rush through them. They don't give their balance system time to adjust to the change.
Thomas used to make jerky turns, right?
He did. His therapist noticed it right away. She taught him to insert a deliberate pause before changing direction or movement.
And he found it helpful.
He said it felt weirdly slow at first, but it completely eliminated those wobbly, unstable moments he used to have during turns.
So what is this technique exactly? The pause?
It centers on what's often called the 3-second pause. It's just a brief but very intentional stop before you change your movement pattern.
Okay, pause for 3 seconds. What happens during the pause?
3 simple things. 1, stabilize your position. Engage your core. Feel your feet flat on the floor.
Got it.
2, visually focus. Look exactly where you intend to go or turn. Get your eyes there first.
Focus.
And 3, then, only after stabilizing and focusing, initiate the new movement smoothly.
Okay. Stabilize, focus, move. What about turning specifically? That seems risky.
It is. So instead of just twisting your body while your feet stay put, we recommend the pivot and step method.
Pivot and step.
Yeah. Pause completely first.
Right.
Then lift the foot that's in the direction you want to turn, place it down pointing in the new direction, then let your body follow. Step, don't twist.
Move the feet first. Thomas really embraced this.
He did. He identified his own high-risk spots, getting out of his armchair, the step down into the garage, turning in the narrow hallway.
And he used reminders again.
Yep, those little red dot stickers at those transition points. Eventually, the pause just became automatic for him.
Does the pause technique have research backing too?
A significant amount. Studies found that implementing this brief pause before transitions reduced fall incidence by an incredible 47%.
Almost halved the risk.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a hugely impactful intervention. So, a great tip for listeners. Pick 3 to 5 common transitions in your day.
Like getting out of bed, turning from the sink.
Perfect examples. And for 1 week, deliberately practice that 3-second pause, stabilize, focus, move every single time.
Yeah.
Focus on being smooth and deliberate. The difference can be quite amazing.
Okay, so we've untacked these 7 secrets, but it's important to stress, these aren't just isolated tricks, are they?
Not at all. That's a key takeaway. They work together as an integrated system.
How so? Give us an example.
Well, the 3-point gaze helps you maintain good posture. Good posture makes the heel-to-toe roll much easier and more effective.
Right.
Engaging your core provides the stability needed for a proper arm swing. And having that widened base of support makes executing those mindful transitions much safer and easier. They all interconnect.
So it's synergistic. They build on each other.
Precisely. When you integrate them properly, they don't just tweak your walking. They really transform your whole experience of moving.
And we saw that with Thomas. His walking changed fundamentally.
It really did. Went from tentative, kind of unsteady, to confident and fluid. His posture improved dramatically, stands taller, breathes easier, moves with a whole new sense of purpose.
And he said the biggest surprise for him wasn't just avoiding falls.
Right. It was that walking actually became enjoyable again.
That's huge. He used to dread it, and now he looks forward to his daily walks.
That's the power of regaining confidence in your movement.
So how can someone listening start putting these together? Is there a plan?
There is. The source materials suggested a really simple 7-day implementation plan. Basically, add one new technique each day.
Okay, so day 1, just focus on the 3-point gaze.
Yep. Day 2, add the heel-to-toe roll while still doing the gaze. Day 3, bring in core engagement.
Keep adding one layer each day.
Exactly. Day 4, arm swing. Day 5, footwear check and start the foot exercises. Day 6, widen base. Day 7, mindful transitions.
And then?
After that first week of layering them in, the recommendation is to just take 2 or 3 minutes each day, maybe before you go for a walk, to quickly review all 7 in your mind.
That consistent, deliberate practice.
That's what makes them automatic. They become your new, safer, more stable way of walking.
And it's not just Thomas. We heard about others too.
Yeah, Patricia, 78, had a couple of falls. For her, the mindful transitions were the real game changer.
And Robert, 84.
He found the widen base technique most helpful. Realized he'd been walking that tightrope for years without knowing it.
It really highlights how different things resonate with different people.
Absolutely. And as geriatric rehab specialists always emphasize, consistency is key. You have to practice them.
But the brain can learn this at any age.
Oh, definitely. The neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, it's remarkable. You absolutely can establish new, better movement patterns at any age with practice.
So wrapping up, these techniques, they're about much more than just not falling down.
So much more. They're really about reclaiming freedom, reclaiming confidence, reclaiming the simple joy of moving securely through the world without that constant background fear.
When you're not afraid of falling, it opens up possibilities again.
It really does. And maybe the most provocative thought to leave people with is this. Falls don't have to be an inevitable part of getting older.
That's power.
They aren't just random bad luck. So often, they're the direct result of walking patterns that can be identified and, crucially, can be corrected at any age.
Look at Thomas, from multiple serious falls to hiking with his grandkids.
Exactly. No fancy gadgets, no grueling workouts, just consistent application of these evidence-based techniques. It truly is never too late to transform how you move.
So as you, listening, reflect on this deep dive, what stood out most to you? Which of these 7 secrets resonates? Which one do you think might help you the most?
And maybe, how could you start integrating just that one thing into your daily movement, maybe even starting today?